Today's role for HBCUs is definitely to prepare young African American students or any student who plans to attend an HBCU, equip them with necessary skills in order to compete in a competitive market.
They give you a foundation. HBCUs will give you a foundation that can't be had at a very large, impersonal institution. People know you. The president knows you. The deans know you. The professors know you. And your fellow students know you. And I mean really, really know you, care about you, demand that you do your part. And that doesn't always happen at a large, impersonal institution. You get grounded. You get a foundation upon which you can build a master's program, a doctoral program, a medical degree program, or any other way you want to go. That foundation is established at Albany State University and other HBCUs. Albany State did two things for me. It nourished me and it nurtured me. The teachers were hard, but they were fair. They were caring and concerned, as well as very, very demanding. And within that context, I learned a lot more than I meant to learn, and there was no option because I could only go home on holidays and at the end of the year. So your options were to do well in school or just sit in the dormitory because you weren't going to get a bus ticket home until the holiday.
The role in the future would be the same as today, to provide opportunities for persons who possibly would not be able to get in the door of a major school to become acquainted with and be yet equipped with knowledge to be successful in life.
Our kids come from so many varied backgrounds that just education alone is not enough. We need that extra touch that comes from the staff, the faculty, of just mentoring and leading our kids to believe that they can do anything that they want to do, anything that's possible. They can achieve anything just as well as any other students from larger universities. So I guess our role is really to give them that mentoring piece and leadership with education, to let them know that they are top-notch students and they can excel in anything that they do.
Perhaps the best way to look at HBCUs is that they pretty much get students on an individual basis. They don't group them into just one setting, but they look at each individual and then they prepare program and activities to meet the needs of those specific and unique individuals.
They're even more or as important today because of the perspective. I think as times have changed and society has changed and the opportunities have opened up for all students, that maybe they lose sight of their history, and I think that HBCUs are very, very important in maintaining that history. I'm really proud of Albany State. I watched it grow from when I was there. Gosh, I was figuring early, and it was 20, almost 30 years ago. It's been a place that meant a lot to me and continues to mean a lot to me, and I'm proud of Albany State.
It has served as a laboratory for African American leaders of the past, the present, and the future. And I think you just need to go back and look at some of the great African Americans who have graduated from HBCUs. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Maynard Jackson, Andrew Young, Yolanda Adams are just a few who have walked through the doors of historically black colleges and universities and made a difference. I don't think that our nation could move forward effectively without HBCUs. You go back and look and say, where would America be without a Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.? Where would the city of Atlanta have been without a Maynard Jackson? Would the 1996 Olympics have come to Atlanta without the leadership of Andrew Young? So those are just examples of the tremendous role that HBCUs have played in America's past, America's present, and America's future.
Are HBCUs still needed in the future? Absolutely. HBCUs will continue to play a vital role in the access that they provide not just minority students, but all students across this country. Again, that particular access provides the pipeline, whether you're talking about starting your own business, whether you're talking about working for the federal government, or working in the private sector. the scientific, the technology, the engineering, the mathematical students that come out of these particular colleges and universities is going to be crucial for our overall success as a country. So we're definitely going to need that support in the years to come.
Albany State is where I learned to be a leader. The foundation was placed there by being a part of the Honors Council, the Student Government Association, Student Activities Council, and being nurtured and mentored by the likes of Ms. Connie Leggett, Dr. T. Marsha Jones, Prince Brown, and so many others. Dr. Velma Grant and her husband C.W. Grant really took me under their wings and showed me the path and took care of me and let me know that there is a person inside of me that needs to come out, a leader inside of me that needs to come out, and they really worked with me to become the person that I am today.
I was fortunate enough to get accepted here at Albany State University in 1993. Since then, you know, to be able to go to a school of small classroom size, affordable price to receive a good education, and not only affordable price, but a high quality education meant the world to me.
I'm the first person in my family to ever go to college, and so college was just something that wasn't discussed in our family. And so when you go to an HBCU like Albany State, you get a nurturing environment that you won't find at other schools. And I just think that's vitally important for someone who doesn't have an experience of either visiting a college or having people in their family that went to college. For some reason, when I got to Albany State, a light switch just got flipped on inside of me, and I, was drum major at Albany State for 3 years. I was president of Kappa Kappa Psi Band Fraternity and president of Alpha Phi Alpha. So something happened, something got ignited by just me being at Albany State that really propelled me and really created what you see today as far as the leadership roles that I've taken in the community, and that I don't think would have happened had it not been for Albany State.
But prior to majoring in English, I was also a speech and theater major, and I love that experience also coupled with the English experience. Again, it gave me a better sense of who I am as a black woman in this society and who I am as a person in general.
I think historically black colleges will be relevant in the future by maintaining the same mission that they have maintained throughout their existence. I honestly think that historically black colleges and universities need to stay true to that mission. Things in society have changed, but we still do have several marginalized groups, several marginalized populations in our country that still need the same access to education that everyone else has. Albany State University is much more than just a school for me. I am a third generation Albany State student in my family. Both of my parents are Albany State graduates as well as one of my grandparents. I feel that Albany State has been directly responsible for the standard of living that I am presently living in my life. And without Albany State University, I can honestly say that my life would have been much different. I would have not been exposed to as much and possibly had the quality of life that I'm presently living. So Albany State means a lot.